That's Ezra Way dancing in a ring of fire. His rap name is Bankroll Gambino, and this was behind the scenes of his last music video before he died. Philadelphia police say shooters killed the 21-year-old 24 hours after the shoot in a Southwest Philly neighborhood. Bankroll's manager and producer are in disbelief.
Everyone that was in the city that's doing something majorly reached out and gave their condolences on Instagram or text.
Today, homicide detectives learned the shooters targeted the West African-born rapper twice Sunday. Police say someone shot at his car at 4 a.m. Then 2 gunmen killed Bankroll and hurt 5 others during a social media video shoot before 8:30 last night.
It was just full of chaos. Just so sad that you have to see this going on.
Hopefully we'll get someone to step forward because these are the type of incidents where we do worry about retaliation.
This morning, Philly Police Commissioner Richard Ross called the shooting a sad commentary we've seen time and time again. Bankroll Gambino's not the first Philly rapper to lose his life before his career started.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Cartalia. We begin with the latest in the murder of a Philadelphia rapper. Disturbing details are emerging in the homicide case.
Eyewitness News reporter Shantae Lands joins us from police headquarters with the new information. Shantae?
Yuki and Jessica, that rapper's name is Bankroll Gambino. He was 21 years old, and tonight detectives are working around the clock to try to find his killer. To many, 21-year-old rapper Bankroll Gambino was on the rise. But to his family in Southwest Philadelphia, he was just Ezra Weah.
He loved music, and that's what he was doing. When he was little, he used to sing in the church.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, with his grandma, he used to sing in the church choir.
Weah moved to Philadelphia from Liberia when he was 5 months old. Police say he was standing with a group of about 10 men outside of a home on the 2600 block of Carroll Street last night. They were about to start filming a promotion video for Bankroll Gambino's music video when gunshots rang out. In all, 6 people were hit. 1 remains in critical condition. Weah was shot in his head and killed.
I just can't understand. We cannot understand it. Why, what happened, why they had to shoot. Who did it? We have no clue. We have no idea who did it.
All questions we asked Philadelphia PD's homicide captain at a press conference. He says Weah may have been targeted because he was shot at while in a vehicle in the morning on the same day he was killed.
Homicide investigators located the decedent's vehicle parked in the rear of his residence. The vehicle has 3 penetrating bullet holes.
Police say Weah had a loaded gun on him when he was killed. We checked court records and found he had 4 prior arrests. Weah's manager is determined to keep his name alive.
His music is going to live on forever. I want people to remember his name, Bankroll Gambino. I want them to remember Bankroll Gambino.
Ezra Weah, a.k.a. Bankroll Gambino. Born in West Africa, then he migrated to Southwest Philly when he was only 5 months old. From there on out, he always had love for music. As a kid, he would be winning dance contests and was like, the leader of a group where they used to basically get busy, man. It's footage of him as a kid, showing his dance skills and showing his love for music. But one thing about Southwest, just like the rest of Philly, but speaking on Southwest in particular, it's a lot of violence out there. A lot of shootings, trapping, all that stuff becomes average. So it don't matter where you from. Once you get put in the area, you become to get adapted to what's going on in that area. So as Gambino grew older, he ain't have no choice but to rub shoulders with the wolves out there. And he carry himself as a person should. Cause out there in Southwest, it's nothing but steppers out there. They get busy in the streets and they get busy in them jails. If you ever been in jail before, you know how Southwest carry it. Growing up in Southwest, you gotta get busy. It's nothing but wreck getting caught out there on the regular. Southwest, they step on the streets and they step in them jails. It just so happened when you grow up around a group of guys and they your homies, eventually, somewhere in that circle is gonna be some enemies with somebody else. And with having these enemies, it's like it ain't no fighting or nothing. All the fighting and stuff is over. You can't just give somebody a one-on-one, or you can't even just get rolled on. Whatever the situation is, it's no more fighting at all, bro. So when you got all these issues and it's jealousy, it's beef, it's over females, it's over the trap, whatever it is, they go straight to the guns with it. And that's what makes it so dangerous, because it's never no in-between gray area. So we gotta remember, Bankroll Gambino, he was on the uprising, bro. I'm talking about this kid was talented, man. Like, no over exaggerating. A lot of kids and stuff like that, they put the music out, and you know, like you got the drill wave and you got stuff like that. A lot of that music I can't really, you know, listen to it. I understand it, but like I'm not a big fan of the drill music. I understand it, but I can't listen to most of it and be like, oh, this is crazy. But Bankroll music, bro, you put that joint on, that music, it turned you up. It just brought an energy. He had like an energy to him. You know, he was very talented. And not to discredit no other rappers or nothing out there, but for me personally, you know, when I did hear his music and stuff, it just brought a different energy. So with that being said, it's like you had Meek and O'Malley and them, they was co-signing them. The day that his life was taken, he was only 3 months away from signing his first deal. Now, remind you, this happened in 2019, so I sit back and I think, like, you know, if he was here today, where would he be at? Because he was definitely, you know, just shooting up. His career was there, but unfortunately, violence in the streets cut all of that short.
Music licensing reimagined.
A 21-year-old rapper slain Sunday night in Elmwood in a mass shooting that left 5 others wounded may have been targeted in another shooting in Southwest Philly earlier that day, police said. And from what I understand, that's a fact. He got shot at earlier that day, and then he continued to shoot his promo for his video, and that's when an altercation took place. Speaking at an afternoon news conference at police headquarters, Homicide Captain Johnson Smith said investigators probing the death of Ezra Weir, 21 of Southwest Philly, found his car pockmarked with bullet holes when they seized his car after his death. Ballistic evidence suggests that those shots may have been fired at 4:12 a.m. Sunday at 53rd Street and Baltimore Ave, Smith said. Although he cautioned that the investigation was going on, Way, who performed under the name Bankroll Gambino, was killed around 8 p.m. When Sunday hit, at least 2 gunmen fired shots into a group of 10 people on the 2600 block of Carroll Street, Smith said. Weir's group has been filming a rap video, according to Smith, and 5 other men between 22 and 24 years old were struck by gunfire. One of them remained in critical condition Monday afternoon, Smith said. Smith said that the shooting was likely a continuation of the violence earlier that Sunday, but that detectives did not have much information and have made no arrests. The captain did not offer a description of any suspects, and he said investigators were still seeking video, witnesses, or other evidence. It was the second mass shooting in 6 weeks in a small section in Southwest Philly. On June 17, Father's Day, 6 people were shot at a graduation celebration at Finnegan Playground, just a few blocks from the site of Sunday's shooting. On July 13th, 7 people were wounded in another shooting at a playground about 5 miles away in Overbrook. Smith said he did not believe those incidents were connected to Sunday's shooting. Monday morning, Carroll Street was quiet, but for the Hummer TV and news vans, the running motor of a parked police car and a man who shoveled digging up weeds and grass through the cracks and gutter. Seeing bodies in the front lawn is not cool, said the man with the shovel, Ivan Escobar, 55, who described himself as an unofficial block captain. I'm from Florida and I was raised in Puerto Rico. You see all kinds of stuff, but not like that. A woman who said the man who died was her brother stood Monday morning on the porch of a home in the 2600 block of Carroll Street with another woman, gazing at the street where the carnage unfolded. We was just sitting outside. We came and left and came back, and there were 50 cops outside, said the woman, who declined to give her name. I don't know anything about the situation. He was just a rapper, that's all. People in Bankroll Hood was devastated after this. He lost his life by being shot in the head, and they held a memorial for him, and to this day his name still lives on. Like I said, he had a lot of career ahead of him, bro. Like the sky was the limit. He was only 21 years old. And then we seen a post not right after that, but I remember Meek had did a post and he was telling the young boys, like, you know, I would sign y'all if y'all stop beefing. And Meek had took a lot of backlash for that. But when you see situations like this, when you see what he went through with, even with young Snoop, even though he wasn't Lil Snoop, even though he wasn't from Philly or nothing, and it wasn't really like no beef he had, but he's just saying, like, why can't people just chill and get this money so we could win? He was on his way making it, and his life got cut short, man. Rest in peace to Bankroll Gambino. This SV Twiz, the Hood Blogger. Y'all know how I carry it. Make sure y'all sub, like, and share this video, man. Salute to the real.
There's a thin line between life and death. An SV Twiz film that shows the truth about what's going on in the hood.
Yeah, cousin, if you're gonna be able to help me out with this job, like, I need this job real bad. Like, I'm not trying.
You've seen the rest. Now it's time to see the best. Starring Vodka 1000 Proof and SV Twiz.
Real nice story, like.
A hood drama that shows you the meaning of money, power, and respect. Torn apart.
Yo, you really doing your thing with that girl.
Like, what's up, nigga? I can't call it, bro. Hey, yo.